Lovely little tool rest. Look at those shavings coming off. Really nice shavings. If you've got nice shavings coming off, then you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to get a nice finish. Not always, because sometimes it depends on the wood you're using. I mean, you know, that's not bad for what is a scraper. Again, people think, oh, well, you know, if I run the lathe faster, I'm going to get a better finish. No, you're not. All you're going to do is create an awful lot more dust, have the opportunity to create a flat spot, right? Because what happens, if you hold it too long, you'll create a flat spot. If you notice what I'm doing, I start there, and I keep it moving, and I go back there. I don't do that. I go there, because I'm using the Sandmasters. It's a much better method, because it's keeping my fingers away from the wood, which is always a bonus, I think. The thing about texturing is you can be above centre, on or below. You can change the angle, you can change the speed. I tend to leave it at 1,000 odd sand.
It's like a sweet shop there.
There we are, there's... Now we get up to what I call a proper turning speed, which is 3,500. Of course, you can't all get up to 3,500. A lot of lathes only go to 2,000. See how easy that is? Turning the inside shape slightly smaller than the outside shape. This is the RS200. This is a big selling tool. Now, one thing I should have pointed out is whatever I put into this sovereign handle, which I'm going to talk about before I hand you over to Mark, is available in the wooden handle. So you don't if you like the idea of this tool, you don't have to buy that handle system. You can buy it on an ordinary wooden handle as well. There's three tips. There's this tip, the box tip, which is a straight-sided tip, and that. And that's been our biggest selling tool ever. I mean, the numbers are just phenomenal what we sell those. Because it's called a multi-tip tool, which it is, but it's so easy to use. It's got a flat there, very stable. Any other hollowing tool that's on a round bar is much more difficult to control, right? So it's on a flat, much easier, much more stable. You use it on centre, so there's no, oh, you've got to be 5 degrees above or 5 degrees below and you've got to hold it on. Straight, on centre like that. No argument, very easy.
Rule of thumb is when you're sanding,
If you go into
never jump in more than 100 grit at a time. You're not going to get 320 grit scratch marks out with or you're not going to get 80 grit scratch marks over 320 grit paper, I should say. So always stay within 100 grit. And you can then finish at a much coarser grit than finishing at 1500 and skimping. Now this has been pre-sanded, and to finish off my work, I'll just use the little Scotch-Brite, no web racks, whatever you want to call them, perhaps. And the reason I use these as opposed to steel wool, if I was finishing this, which has been textured, and I was using steel wool can break down and leave small particles in this. These won't. The slower the lathe is turning, the heavier the stain will take. These dry very, very quickly. bringing each colour into each time, just going over. That's dry. It's only when I put another colour on, the stain refloats. If you decide to have a go at colouring, when you first start, just use a tight grained wood. Yew, laburnum, most fruit woods are very good. So there's some solid sanding sealer and aerosol. And just get a coat on there. What happens with the sealer, it brings out the vibrancy of the colours. So you can see what your effect's going to be like. Get your sealer on and let your sealer flash off. Once your sealer is flashed off, then you can put on whatever top coat you want, because you've got that sealer on now as a barrier between your colour and your top coat. That sealer is important for that. Now on top of this we can put an acrylic gloss, melamine, wax, it doesn't matter as long as that sealer's on. And what I'm going to use on this is shellac sanding sealer, friction polish, and then carnauba wax. Shellac sealer is a brilliant sealer for waxes, friction polish and French polishers. You can't put melamine over the top of shellac sealer. And again, like the burnishing cream earlier, you notice I'm not doing this. And what I'm doing each time, I'm just bringing a little bit of the cloth in and adding a little bit more friction polish. Just ring up on you, it will melt. You're getting it, you can't even melted now. It's a job to bring back to a finish. You smell it melting.
That will actually give me a 90-degree angle, yes, which means that I won't actually veer off when I'm parking in.
That one,
and because this tool can be used as a heavy parking tool, or for rolling beams, if I try to roll the beam the wrong way, it's got an angle, it won't, the tool won't roll properly. So you can see we're almost there, and we're almost there. So if you notice what I'm doing, I'm doing a bit,
or you have a face plate.
I'm not doing too much on this one though, which is what I've been doing using that. Okay, that is a fingernail grind. Right? Now we've got exactly the same tool. It's the same size. It's the same flute. It looks different because I've got a fingernail profile. And the thing is, that's called a straight grind because that is straight around there. That's called a fingernail, not because of that, but because of that. It's the intersection between the bevel and the bottom of the tool. Gives you the fingernail shape. It's not that. Right? But that is the same bevel angle. But it's not. That isn't cut straight. That is profiled around. If it was cut straight, you'd end up with a weak tool because you'd take too much material. This is actually profiled. So this is my 3/8 with a fingernail profile.
And then ebonised, and used as coasters. And not really good. I know someone who just, with a bandsaw, gets them out, slices them into a flat.
But, you know, if you sharpen your turning tools, high-speed steel, with the aluminium oxide belt, they ain't gonna last long. Right? So if you've got bench chisels or plane irons or carving tools, you want to use the aluminium oxide. Right? Anything else, you know, your garden shears, I've done axes, I've done draw knives, lawnmower blades, either the zirconium or the ceramic. The ceramic are a bit more expensive, but they do last, they actually last longer and they cost more, if you know what I mean.
And that's pretty much the idea. As you can see, the only way to do this is with a very small tip, like this one. It comes along with the whole set. So there's no way to do this with the chisels. Of course, there's a lot of work to be done around it because, you know, you have to shape it.